Guys, almost 9:20. We'll give everyone a minute to hop on before we get started. Okay, 9:20 on the clock. Let's get started. So markets compared to yesterday are a little bit down. We had a nice little pump towards the end of the day here yesterday, but overall we're kind of around a little bit higher than yesterday's lows, which is okay. So yesterday we had a really nice play right off this false breakout, and we just rode puts all the way down. 410 was the mark we were looking for, right, which is the fib. Talked about that early yesterday morning, and we pretty much came down to 410 twice, double bottoming here. Today we do have kind of a downward channel starting, so we break 411, we should see a move back down to 410. We'll probably break down before 410 here. Looks fairly weak this morning so far. TQs, kind of the same thing. Pump towards the end of the day and then immediately a massive sell-off. This is probably due to kind of Netflix earnings and whatnot. So Netflix came out and dropped like crazy. A couple other tech company earnings came out yesterday, dropped like crazy as well. We'll probably see a downward channel today in the TQs as well in the NASDAQ. Bitcoin, downward channel right here, guys. I'll draw it in for us. Let me. Alright, so on Bitcoin, we kind of have this downward channel here. And then we have a nice little wedge. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin there. So most likely we're going to get a break. So on Bitcoin, looks like we're going to break towards the end of this wedge here. It's going to be tomorrow on the 22nd. And tomorrow on the 22nd, we all know that the new SEC regulation for additional collateral is going to be coming out. So there's going to be some massive moves on the market tomorrow. I expect a lot of volatility. Yeah, especially if SEC decides to enforce their new regulations there with the collateral. And they have their new head of SEC. He's generally more of a hard head there, looking for him to enforce these regulations and keep the short sellers in line. But also be careful, guys, right? Bank of America boarded up most of their branches, and the ones that aren't boarded up, they are closed for the day. Bank of America, they kind of kicked out all their employees out of their branches yesterday, citing emergencies around 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern there. Union Bank also did the same thing, closed for the day, a lot of branches. So what's going on, I'm not too sure. The other banks are not closed, right? So they're not worried about anything. Union Bank is kind of citing that the Derek Chauvin verdict, and they're worried about protests, different things like that. But again, guys, the media in general likes to divert our attention from kind of the bigger news here, and we've been talking about it for a while. Bank insolvency, a lot of bank fraud happening, and eventually it's going to get to a point of no return there, right? And so Bank of America, they just raised $15 billion, or they tried to, in a bond raise there. So no updates on that and how that went so far. JP Morgan did $13 billion. But we do know that these banks are heavily tied to the shorts. And so they may be underwater, taking a lot of losses. And JP Morgan and the DTCC actually opened up a bunch of netting accounts, and generally that is used when they're preparing for a bankruptcy, and so they're looking for hedge funds to be bankrupt and they're going to pick up the pieces, right? Buying assets for pennies on the dollar. And so we see that in the structure right now in JP Morgan. So the writing is on the wall in terms of that. It's just a matter of time before that plays out. So looking for GameStop to actually be the catalyst to all of that. So we'll see what happens there on the 22nd, which is tomorrow, first day that the regulation is going to be enforced. But let's see if it is enforced, right? Hedgies and the shorts really have been flaunting the system and not paying attention to any of these rules or regulations, doing blatant illegal activities. And that's because basically all they're going to get is a small couple $100,000 fine, maybe a couple $1 million fine, which is nothing when they're making billions, right? So it's all chalked up to a business expense. And generally fines are not really a deterrent to these businesses just because they make billions on illegal activities. Jail time would be more of a deterrent, right? And so there's a common saying that if fines are the only penalty, then that penalty only applies to poor people. So just watching the market here, SPY, I took puts towards the end of the day yesterday. I'm just going to hold it through today, and then I will reassess what I'm going to do with this. Small position puts, GameStop positions, waiting for the boom. Tesla, let's see if we hold this fib. If not, we're going to drop down to this fib here, which is 694. This is what we've been doing for the past week, right? 694 right here. So let's see. So we got a couple more minutes until the market opens. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back for the morning open. Mother the man's wanted a cheese string. Daddy make for you. Daddy make for you. Don't complain. You wait. Daddy make it for you. If you complain, Daddy don't give it to you. Oh. Hey. Hoo-yah. 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 Okay, you ready? We got 1 minute for the market to open. Tesla getting a little bit of a dip here. You ready? about to be 9:30. Tesla taking a dip. Let's see what happens to the SPY. So looking at the SPY and the TQQs to kind of give us direction on which way the market will move. Watching. Hey buddy, yeah, eating your cheese stick. Alright, a little bit of a bump in the SPY. Normally we get this, right? We always get a pump at the very market open, and then afterwards we get a little bit of a dip. Game dropping a bit. We have Square kind of holding solid. Nice little buy bar on QS, but no real movement. Chipotle, this is my buy-in point here, but right now with all the volatility in the banks, probably going to hold off a bit. Tesla holding this fib. Let's see. I want to pick up these points down here on this line. So let's adjust, update our charts so that's more accurate. Let's see if we could touch. Nope. So this line is more like this. Picking up these points here, this point, this point, this point. Just missing this point a bit, but pretty much keeping in line here. There we go. We're just adjusting. Top line, let's see if we need to adjust this at all. Not really. Let's see. No, nothing really to adjust there. So the bottom line we need to adjust a bit, make it a little bit more accurate to the market movements, and that's what we're looking at on game. So game yesterday, we said anywhere between these two lines was a nice buy opportunity. The line was kind of around here on game. I think 157 and 153 we said were nice buying opportunities, and we actually got that yesterday, so I don't know if you guys picked them up, but if you did, looking pretty good so far this morning. Nice tailing wick off the bottom, but I do expect massive sell-off this morning just because tomorrow is the last day until the SEC rules are, I guess, coming into force. Very low amount of shares available to be shorted right now on game, which is to be expected. Nice bounce off this fib here on Square. QS looking good. Let's see if Chipotle can hold this fib here. Tesla trying to hold this fib. All right. Nice little bounce here on game. We want to wait for at least 2 bars before we actually take any action, right? We want to see what happens right at the market open. It looks like the SPY is trying to sell off. It tried to push, failed this push, and starting to come back down now. Big sell volume on the bar. So if the SPY breaks this level here, which is 410.19, I'm going to add to my puts. TQ's little spike and then a sell-off. We got the 10-year flat bottoming here. So 10-year going down. Generally, that means growth stocks will be going up. But right now, with the uncertainty in the market, that is still not the case, right? Still flat across the growth stocks. EV. Tesla looks like it's coming down for today, guys. We see tailing wicks off the top every time it comes close to the blue. Tailing wick, tailing wick, tailing wick, tailing wick. That means we're going to head downwards today on Tesla. Most likely testing this level here, 693. Yeah. Let's see what happens in the game. We need to hold that VWAP, which is the yellow line. Give me a sec, guys. Yummy. Yogurt? Wanna eat some yogurt, buddy? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. No. Okay. Is the book you read? Yeah. You gonna have some yogurt? You haven't had yogurt in a while. You gotta put on your bib. You're a messy boy. You're a messy boy. Correct, you know. Yes. Okay. Daddy will put it for you. We got the spy moving up. We got game moving up. There you go, buddy. You gotta eat this right there. Look. Daddy has some too. Okay. Nice little pump in the game. Oh, bless you, buddy. Yeah, eat your yogurt first. Is that tasty? Yeah, first you eat your yogurt and then you can eat. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Spy, we get double topping here. Get ready. We might see a tweezer. Yeah, first eat your yogurt, then daddy give you more cheese. We might see a tweezer top opening up. So what the tweezer top tells us, guys, is that we're gonna get a reversal. We got 45 seconds left on this candle to determine if we have a tweezer top or not. Let's see what happens. It's either we blast through this double top or we close and we have a tweezer top here on the spy, which means we're gonna head back down. Eat your yogurt first, then you can have that. We have Tesla coming down, right? We talked about this before. Tailing wicks off the top every time it comes to the blue line. You want this cheese? Okay, Daddy, make it for you. And then we have Chipotle coming down to a nice area of value. GameStop looks like it's forming a brand new daily high here. I like it. Let me see what the daily high is. 6250. Tweezer top confirmation on the SPY. We're going down for the day. You gotta wait, right? You want Daddy to peel it for you? Okay, then you gotta wait. Yeah. Yeah. Up your mouth. You're a good boy. So it looks like the SPY is going to be coming down. We do have a tweezer top formation on the last two 5-minute candles there. This little pump here, I think it's a failed bounce coming off the blue. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Very low volume on this bounce. Looks like we're downtrending. Let's see what's going on with the tech sector. Tech sector heading downwards today. Do we have support off of this fib? Perhaps, perhaps not. Wait to be seen. The tech sector much weaker than the SPY. Broke out of this upward channel. Coming down here, we broke below these pivots here. So we're forming actually lower lows. We have a new channel that we're trading in right now on the NASDAQ. Looks more like this. Looking like the NASDAQ. There we go. So the NASDAQ trading along these channels here. We might get a little bit of a bounce off these fibs. It's probably not going to last. Looks like major sell-offs this morning, tailing wicks off the top. Coming down here. The SPY trying to bounce here. I don't think we're going to get a bounce once again, right? We do have the tweezer top. Usually what that means is we are going to get a reversal towards the downside. You want this? You want this? Okay. You want to read this book? We're just watching here. We got some tweezer tops on game. Ariel learns a lesson. Woo. Yeah, good Ariel. There's our friend Flounder. There's Sebastian the Louder. Oh, her dad says, Ariel, you gotta stay close to the house. Don't go too far. But then Ariel and her friend Flounder, they see an abandoned shipwreck and they get curious. And then a huge shark starts chasing them. Chomp, 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 chomp. And Ariel and Flounder are swimming away. Wow, swimming! And they finally get away. And when they get home, Ariel tells her dad, she promises that she'll listen to him from now on and never go too far away from the house. Yeah. Tailing wick off the top of the game. Let's give this a watch here. What we want to see is we want to see the bounce off of this blue line, using this blue and yellow as a support. Ooh. We got the SPY triple topping right here. Let's see if we can blast through this area. What's going on with the tech sector? Getting a little bit of a bounce here. There we go. So we just broke over this top. It's pretty bullish. So what happened was we formed a tweezer top. The bears tried to push us down and we found a bounce here off the blue line. So looking good here on the SPY for now. Let's see where we go. So on the SPY, if we can break 1271, that's going to be bullish. If we break below 1107, that's going to be bearish. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. Yum.
Baba?
Yeah, Daddy feed you. Yeah. You know what? You want to read this?
Baba. Yes.
Yeah. You learned the lesson. Anna likes to explore the ocean. Look, there's her friend Flounder and your friend Sebastian the crab. Let's see if game gets a bounce here off the blue line. Ooh, Ariel's dad says don't go too far away from the house. It's dangerous out there.
Baba.
But then Ariel and her friend Flounder find an abandoned shipwreck.
Yes.
And they go to explore. But in the shipwreck, the huge shark starts swimming after them. Chomp, 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 chomp. Ariel and Flounder start swimming away. Whoa! And they finally escape. And when they get back home, Ariel promises her dad that she'll listen to him and she won't go too far away from the house from now on. The end. Yeah, so we're getting a bounce here on GameStop right off the blue. Let's see if this bounce holds or we break down. Right now we're getting a nice reversal on the SPY. So on the SPY, we need to come back down, test the level of support for another leg back up. So let's see if that happens. Nice bounce here off of the fib on the NASDAQ. And has another river. You want to read this book? Okay. So we got Ariel. Yeah. We've got Ariel. We got her friend Flounder. We got her friend Sebastian. There we go. Yeah, that's Sebastian. Sebastian. And then Ariel's dad tells him not to go too far away from the house. Yeah. But Ariel and her friend Flounder, they see abandoned shipwreck. And they get curious and they swim over to there. But then at the abandoned ship, a huge shark starts chasing them. Jump, 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 jump. And Ariel and Flounder start swimming away. Oh no, they're swimming away. Yeah. And finally they get away and she gets home. And then she tells her dad, I promise to stay close to home because it's too dangerous out there. Oh, you want this? Okay, take that back. Yeah, this daddy's pen. Very pretty cute. No, we don't play with that. We can't play with highlighter. Super bullish here on the SPY. You want to play with this mouse? You can't play with this mouse. You can play with this. No, are you done eating? If you're done eating, Daddy put you down. No? You want to sit here? Okay, you're all done. You're all done. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, just wait, just wait. Okay, I'll take this off. No, you don't play with Daddy's mouse. No, you're not, buddy. What do you want? You want to play with the mouse? Okay, so we have GameStop coming down just a bit. Let's see what happens. We do have levels of support here. We need to hold so the bottom of that tailing wick in the first 5 minutes. We're going to need to see that hold, or we're going to be coming down to the yellow lines there, guys. So possible bounces for GameStop right here. No. Which is 154, or this yellow line here, which is 150. Let's go play, buddy. You have your own mouse. Let's go find your own mouse. Ooh, there it is. Look. What is that, buddy? Oh, you got your own mouse. Watch it. Yeah, let me put that there. Alright. Yeah, you got your own mouse? Okay, you play with it then. SPY, if we break that level there, as I said before, we're going to be very, very bullish on the day, right? So we got the pre-market pivot right here. 1277, 1271. Let's see if we can break that. So we got stop right about here. So topping out. So top here, top here, top here, kind of a triple top. Let's see. I might add to my puts here actually. I think we have a nice level here. There we go. Just added to my spy puts at this level. You want to sit with Daddy? Okay, come. Come sit. Yeah. Where's your mouse? Where's your mouse, buddy? You want some oranges? You want to eat something? No? You gonna play with yours? No. So let's see on the spy if we can break this level here. Yeah. No, Daddy's working, buddy. You gotta play by yourself. And then I'm gonna add one more time to my spy puts as we approach this yellow line. Uh-oh, you broke it. You don't want this? Daddy put it away then. So on the spy, we're just playing this channel here, so as we continue to play in this channel, I'm going to continue to make those moves there. So top of the yellow line here, and then this bottom level here at 410 is what I'm looking at. You're gonna play with this only. No, that's all you get, buddy. If you don't behave, you don't get to do it, Daddy. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. So we have GameStop trying to bounce here. This is the level we're looking at GameStop to hold 155 and change. But we do have support levels down here. If you want to stay with Daddy, you behave. You don't get to cry, you don't get to whine. Come. Come to Daddy. Come to Daddy. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, come. What do you want? What do you want? You want Daddy to hold you? Yeah. Let me, Daddy. Yeah. Daddy has to work, okay? If you want to sit with Daddy, you have to behave. You want to play here? You can play inside your tent, buddy. You got Mama's robe. We got the tent. Wow, there's so many toys here, buddy. You want to go out there and play with Mama? There's nothing up there. What do you want? Yeah? Read this book? Read this book? No, there's no other books there. That's for you, buddy. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, buddy? What do you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. You have to play by yourself or Daddy works, okay? You have to learn how to play by yourself. You want to read this book? You want to read this one? Can you read by yourself? You want Daddy to read to you? Okay, come sit on Daddy's lap. Yeah. So the spy is looking pretty bullish here, continuing this run. Give me a second, buddy. Yeah. You want to read this book? Okay, Mr. Imagine. So just watching the markets here, I'm expecting a spy bounce off those yellow lines as you can see. Game is trying to push here. Let's see if we get a bounce. We need to break above the blue line, above that yellow VWAP, and then use those as a support to move upwards for the rest of the day. But as you guys saw at the beginning of the day here, we got a nice little push, but we got rejected as we got to these levels here. Yeah, they're very there. Spy looks a pretty overbought here in the 5-minute. RSI way up. MACD way up as well. Looking at a reversal at these points, guys. Be careful here. Momentum is dropping off. Yeah, that's a mouse. Squeak. Yeah, he's going into dimension. Next page. Yeah, he's opening the door. He's going in. Yeah, just right here. That. Ooh. The parrot. TQ's approaching the top of this trend here. Let's see if we get a rejection. Yeah. Ooh. Find a new room. Party. Yeah. So on the TQs, we're looking at a break of this bottom candle here. If we break that bottom candle, we will have a reversal. We do have a lower high, but we do have a higher low. What's going on, everybody? Okay, we have to put this book back first. This one? Okay. No, we don't read there, Daddy. Gotta watch. You wanna sit with Daddy? You want Daddy wipe your face? So watching the TQs here, tailing wicks off the top, tailing wicks off the bottom. A little bit of indecision here. It doesn't know which way it wants to go. Yeah, very cool. So still inside bar here on the TQs. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a wolf. Yeah. What do you want to see, buddy? Yeah, that's Little Red Riding Hood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Little Red Riding Hood. So in game, we're getting rejected here off the blue. That's Cinderella. Cinderella's playing this now. Look at Chipotle, massive drop. Pulling up the chart here, breaking this fib, coming down. This is why I'm not taking a position until the market kind of works itself out. Uh-oh, Cinderella. Gotta stay home and take care of the garden. But everyone else is getting ready to go to the party. Let's see what happens on the TQs. Oh, so many birds. If it breaks this 5 minutes, it's going to be bullish. Let's see if we get a bounce and a rejection off this yellow line. Okay, yeah, Cinderella is feeding the birdies. Oh, everyone's going to the party except for Cinderella. She's so sad. Same thing on the SPY. Let's see if we get a bounce off this yellow line here in the rejection downwards. Oh, Cinderella's at the party. She's dancing with the prince. Nice little bounce on game. Let's see if we can hold this blue line. So this blue line here needs to act as a support level for us for a move back towards the top side. Ooh, Cinderella's climbing. She's hiding in the tree. Let's see if we get a rejection or we blast through this yellow line, coming back down, and then using this yellow line as a support for a move back upwards. So both the SPY and the TQs approaching levels of resistance here. Let's see how we do. Uh-oh, it's time for Cinderella to go home. And she runs away. But she dropped her shoe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she dropped her shoe. So the TQ's touching the line. Bit of resistance here. Let's see what happens. So TQ's touched the line to the penny. Unable to push past it. Let's see what happens. Ooh, everyone's trying on the shoe because the prince says, whoever foot fit in the shoe, I will marry. And everyone wants to get married to the prince. So all the ladies in the kingdom are trying on the shoe. Immediate rejection the minute we touch this line here, guys. Yeah. You want to read Red Riding Hood? Okay, let's do that. Ooh, there it is. Little Red Riding Hood. Look, there's a mama. Mama's baking a pie. And that's Little Red Riding Hood. Okay. Game here, currently using this blue line as a support level. Let's see what happened on the spy. Spy not yet reaching the line. Let's see what happens. Are we going to get rejection the same way we did on the TQs? Okay, let's read Red Riding Hood. Woo! Red Riding Hood is going to go visit her grandma, so she goes to the forest. In the forest, she meets a wolf. The wolf goes, ow! Yeah, she's picking flowers in the forest. Oh, Cartier picked flowers too, remember? Yeah, that's Grandma's house. Oh, but when she got to Grandma's house, she saw the wolf pretending to be Grandma. Yeah, the wolf goes, ow! But then a hunter came right before the wolf was about to eat Red Riding Hood, and the hunter saved them. Bang! Shot the wolf. Bang! That's Red Riding. And then Red Riding Hood and her grandma lived happily ever after. Looks like game here is using that blue line as a support level, so it came back down, bounced right off of it, and pushed off. So now our next support level is here, which is the VWAP and the previous tailing wick of the 5-minute candle. Let's see if we have a continuation of this move on game. Looks like Spy. A little bit of a reversal here as we get close to this yellow line. Hear that baby. Mama. Yeah. Good. She casts a spell on the baby. It's going to make her fall asleep on her 15th birthday. And when Cinderella turned 15, she fell into a deep, deep sleep. And everyone in the kingdom was sad because their favorite princess wouldn't wake up. Ooh, look at this reversal the minute we touch this line on the TQs. Yeah, that's a horsey. Horsey goes, nah. Let's take a peek at Tesla. Looks like we're getting a nice reversal here. False breakdown from the fib. And now we're moving back up. So we use this fib level here as a support multiple times. Boom, boom. And so we also had the VWAP as well. Acting as a support level here, that confluence. And then now using the blue line as a support level on the way up. No, you don't get to play with Daddy's mouse. Daddy told you already. No, you don't get to play. So everything getting a little bit of a bounce right now. There's nothing else to play. You have to play by yourself now, okay? You want some oranges? Cereal? You need this book. TQ seems to be getting stuck around this level here. Spy, momentum kind of trailing off at this level. So we need more volume to come in for this to push upwards. Otherwise, on GameStop, we see a squeeze starting to happen. These 3 red darts stopped here at the bottom. What do you want, buddy? What's wrong? A big whiny boy? Are you being whiny boy? No. There's no other books up there. What book do you want? Book do you want? I'll get this one. Want this one? Yes? this one. You read this one before. You didn't like it. This one? No, let's use this one. You like this one? No? Oh, this one. These ones are not good ones. There are too many words. I can't read those yet. What do you want? I don't know. I like this one. You want the crayons? No? Yeah? This one? No? Which one you want then? This one? No? Which one you want? No, these are long words though. Yeah. That book? I took these already. Look. No? Oh, this book. No? What is this book? No? I got those books. That one? That's the one man. Like this book? No? Oh, wow, 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 wow. Ha ha ha. Oh, wow, 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 wow. What book are you reading? Like this book? You wanna read this book? On first new clothes? Yeah, we can read it on first new clothes. You wanna read this one? No? Yes? Yes or no? No? Put it back. Put it back. Back. So troublesome, right? Okay, let's put it back here. Oh, yeah. You want this book? You want these animal books? Yeah. You want to wait down here? Read the books down there. Okay, you're looking at the books. So on the SPY, got a rejection off here as we thought, right? So as we approach the yellow line, got a rejection. TQ's continuing with this rejection coming down. But we found a support here off the blue line, which is the play we usually make, right? But once again, we are towards the top of this channel here, so I probably would not be making a play. Normally, we like to make this play here in the pump, consolidation to the blue, and a bounce back up. But we do have an immediate resistance above us, so that doesn't give us a lot of room to run. So this is not a play that we would be making. So what we want to see here is we want to see a break below this blue line. If we break below this blue line, that means it's going to be bearish, and we'd be taking puts towards the bottom side here. On the SPY, kind of the same thing. We broke below the last 5-minute candle. That's pretty bearish. Probably heading back down to the blue line, and then we're going to need to break this blue line. Come back down to this level here, 410. Yeah, that's right. Whoa. Mama leopard. Rah, 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 rah. Tells the baby, don't leave the den. But what you found. Interesting. We have GameStop coming down here. So GameStop, we have tweezer top formation. So it looks like we're going to come down for the day here and probably bounce off the yellow. Yeah, the lion. That mama lion. That baby lion. That baby lion. And this hyenas. Hyenas go, yee! There's some jaguars. Now we got two kids walking in the jungle. We got mama. We got the two babies. Watching game here, game still. Red dots at the bottom. Squeeze happening on the 5 minute. Yeah, what's that? What is that? That's Mama Puma. And baby Pumas. And that porcupine down here. Spy looks like it's trying to consolidate at this level. Let's see if the blue line catches up and provides an area of support. Got a fish. Is that fishy? Fishy, yeah, fishy goes pop. Yeah, fishy goes pop, 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 pop. Yeah, they're going fishing. We got armadillo. He curls up into a ball. Then we have a panther. Rah, 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 rah. Panther going into the jungle. That. You wanna find a new book? Okay, go find a new book. Bring it to Daddy. So we have volume trailing off on the SPY. Looks like we're curving down on the MACD as well as the RSI here. So watch for a reversal, guys. Be careful here. And we did reject off of the resistance towards the top side. So for us to continue this push, we're going to need a lot more volume to come in. But it looks like volume is dying off and demand is dying off. And when that happens, we're going to see a pretty big sell-off. Mountain and forest baby animals. Yeah. Pandas eat the bamboo. A snow leopard. That mama's snow leopard. That baby snow leopard. And there's goes ba. Ba. Nice move on Tesla. Tesla continuing to move up. So a nice push, consolidation to the blue line, into a push back up. So it looks like we might head up to a previous level of support. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the gorilla, buddy. Previous level of support here and resistance, which is 716, 715. This level. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, it's birdie. Yeah, birdie goes. Yeah, that's gorilla. Gorilla goes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a flower. Yeah, we got butterfly. We got some flowers. Yeah, flowers. This is koala bear. Koala bear. And then we have kangaroo. Kangaroos. Boing, 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 boing. Yeah, there's koala bear here too. Yeah, there's some flowers. What's over there? What? You wanna go over there? You wanna read this? You wanna go over there? You wanna read this? I don't know, you want, buddy? Okay, go. To go down? Yeah. You wanna go over there? You have to go by yourself though, Daddy's working. Oh, you want to stay with Daddy? Yeah, how about you just stay back here? Look at your books, you got more books down there, buddy. You want to take out your book to read? Now you read your book. Don't pick from there, pick from the floor. You have all the books on the floor already. All your favorite books. So on the SPY, guys, we are getting lower highs. What's wrong, Ryan boy? Back. Back. Nice little push here. Let's see if we get a reversal. So every time we hit this mark here, we're getting a sell-off. So this candle needs to close flush, right? So it needs to be a very, very full candle. Otherwise, we're going to form a tweezer top, which means we're going to come back down. We've been getting a lot of sell-off towards the top of the SPY. Not a lot of buying pressure coming in here. Most of the indicators show that we're going to get a reversal right now. So let's see if that happens. Three minutes left on this candle, but a tweezer top is looking like it's forming right here. So what we're looking at, if we break the bottom of this candle, it's going to be bearish. Touching it right now, just broke through. Looks like we're heading down on the SPY. So that's something that we were anticipating, right? As we get close to this yellow line, we'll see a reversal. And then that reversal here was confirmed with this tweezer top. Same thing on the NASDAQ here, breaking this blue line, right? So this is what I said. Normally we'd be making this play, spirit bomb setup, but because we have an overhead resistance so close by this area, it's not a lot of profit, and we do have more potential for coming down, right? So your reward to risk level is way out of sync, and so we would never make that play, especially because we're in a downward market right now. So most likely we'd be going down rather than bouncing and breaking upwards. And so I bought SPY puts kind of around here. And so those puts look like they'll be in the money soon, heading towards the bottom side. Actually, I was looking at the TQs, looking at the SPY. The SPY puts, bought them around here on this consolidation. But we do have that tweezer top, so it looks like we're going to reverse, forming a lower low here. So we broke this 5 minute, breaking that 5 minute. This was a pretty big sell-off. We know there's a lot of selling pressure here. So GameStop breaking out of this consolidation channel here, heading towards the downside, looking for a bounce off this yellow. Anywhere between this yellow and this yellow, nice value. So kind of around 152, I would think. Ooh, look at this nice bounce on SPY. We're approaching this fib level here at 250. It's kind of 249.25, and then right above that is going to be 250, which is going to be a mental support and resistance. But right here, massive consolidation yesterday, so we have good level of support, which is where the blue line is right now on square. QS, let's see if we come back down to the blue and hold this. Chipotle, a little bit of a bounce here. Let's see if we can hold. Chipotle, generally one of the weaker ones of all of the EV tech stocks. Nice hold here in Tesla, bouncing off the yellow and the blue fib here, so we have a nice level confluence at this level. But we have the blue line up here acting as a resistance, so we're going to get squeezed downwards towards this support, and then one of these is going to break, right? We're taking a look at the broad markets. We see the TQs heading down, a big curvature here. So most likely Tesla will follow and break down. Even though we have a nice level of support here, we do have an overhanging resistance which is pushing it downwards. Just watching the movement on the SPY. Getting stuck right here. $13.41, double topping at this level. So we have a kind of like a triple top here. Once, twice, three times. Breaking through this flat top, let's see where this goes. We might just form another triple top right here. Square, nice move. Staying real close to this next level of resistance. QS, pump, consolidation down to the blue line, next pump. Ooh, look at this big bar on Tesla. Amazing. Watching the TQs. Ooh, just broke over the last 5-minute candle, so this is a nice bullish push. Volume starting to come in on the tech sector here. We got the RSI pointing up, we got the MACD pointing up. Let's see. We're making a push towards this yellow line. So let's zoom out, remind ourselves what that is. That is the bottom of this previous channel here. Let's see if we can break through at this level. $10 left on this candle. Ooh, nice break. It tried to come down, now using this yellow line as a support, so this is a very, very bullish move. Looks like we're heading up for today on the SPY. So I'm looking to buy some SPY calls at this level. Looking for a move up to 415. I think we're going to get a nice little pump. 415 for this Friday. Watching here. Watching on the 1 minute. Got my order ready to go. 415 strikes, April 23rd. 415 is right here, so just slightly above this yellow line. Waiting here. So what I'm looking for is consolidation back down to the blue line or a break above this red. Watching on the 1 minute here. Ooh, tech is running today, so I think actually I want to flip out to Tesla. Tesla calls expiring for Friday. I like how Tesla's looking right now.
If you take it out, all that.
I'll go for a 750 call. Buying one at this level. Nice throw, buddy. So I just bought a Tesla 750 call for this Friday, making an earnings play as well as a recovery bounce on the NASDAQ here. So we broke over this yellow line. I like that. That's really bullish. And we broke over this area of resistance here. So Tesla now has multiple levels of support. We do have this fib here at 705, VWAP 706. We have 708 here as the blue line. So we might come back down, bounce off this blue, and head back up. I really want to see a break of this 718.99. Looks like this tech sector is trying to make a reversal here. So it is almost 10:30. We've got a minute on the clock here, so I'm going to tell you guys what I'm looking for the rest of the day. I'm looking for the TQs to continue to move upwards, right? So we broke out of this downward channel, really bullish here on the move here. We might come back down, bounce off the yellow, and I want to see this bounce off here and continue upwards to about 112 for the rest of the day. On the SPY, pump consolidation, looks like the blue line is going to come up. We have a little bit of a downwards channel here. I think we're going to see a move up to this yellow line, which is 414. So the market looks like it wants to bounce today. A lot of weakness yesterday and the day before, but we're getting a lot of rebuying today. So I like that. Bounce on Chipotle, bounce on QS, bounce on Square touching this fib right here. Let's see if we can break over. No position in Square just yet. Game looking like it's a consolidation day, probably between this yellow line and this line here. This is where you want to take positions around 152. That's pretty much it for me today, guys. Looks like Tesla wants to climb. Got those calls. Looking for a strike of 750 as we approach earnings this Friday. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. So this is Mitch from Dumb Money Day Trading signing off for now. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I hope you guys made some money. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow bright and early around 9:15 to 9:20 as we do every trading day. Take care, guys. Bye for now. This is Mitch signing off.